Archangel Michael says, "It's an emergency. I ordered you to open this now. You have been warned. Someone in your family who has already passed away wants to tell you something. Open it immediately. My beloved child. I speak to you now not to frighten you, but because love cannot remain silent when time is urgent. You did not open this message by accident. You were guided here, gently but firmly, because something sacred is unfolding around you. I am near you at this very moment, closer than your breath, watching your heart as it reads these words. There is an emergency of the soul, not a danger meant to harm you, but a truth that has waited too long to be heard. Someone from your family, someone you loved, someone who once walked beside you in this world and has now crossed beyond it, is reaching out with a message wrapped in love, regret, and protection. They have tried to whisper in your dreams, to touch your thoughts in quiet moments, but now the moment has come for you to truly listen. My beloved child, I know you have felt a strange heaviness lately. At times, a sudden wave of emotion arrives without reason. At other times, memories surface unexpectedly, faces, voices, moments from the past that you thought were settled. This is not weakness. This is not confusion. This is the doorway opening. The one who has passed feels your sensitivity, your open heart, and knows you are finally ready. They do not come to burden you. They come to free you. They want you to know first and foremost that they are at peace. The pain you witnessed at the end, the suffering you still remember, no longer exists. Their soul is light now, unbound, clear, and aware. They see everything differently from where they stand. They see how their words affected you. They see how their silence shaped you. They see how certain moments stayed with you like unanswered questions. And my beloved child, they want you to stop carrying guilt that was never yours to hold. You have blamed yourself in ways you never spoke out loud. You replay conversations, imagining what you could have said or done differently. You wonder if you loved enough, if you showed enough, if you arrived too late or left too early. Hear this clearly now, they know your love. They always did. Even when you doubted yourself, even when circumstances pulled you apart, your love reached them. It was felt. It was never lost. My beloved child, there is something important they want you to understand. At the time they left this world, they carried unspoken emotions. Not anger toward you, but unfinished feelings about life, about choices they made, about paths they did not take. Those emotions did not trap them, but they lingered, waiting for acknowledgement. Now, from beyond, they see that you have inherited some of that emotional weight. You carry patterns that are not fully yours, fears, hesitations, a tendency to hold back your true voice. They want you to be free from this inheritance. Listen closely. They say to you, live more boldly than I did. Speak sooner. Love louder. Do not delay joy out of fear. Do not silence your truth to keep peace with others. You were never meant to repeat their struggles. You were meant to transform them. My beloved child, there is also a warning wrapped in protection. You are entering a phase of life where decisions will shape not only your future, but the emotional atmosphere of your family. You may feel pulled in different directions, asked to carry responsibilities that do not fully belong to you. Be careful not to sacrifice your inner peace to prove your worth. The one who speaks to you now knows what it is like to give too much and receive too little. They do not want that path for you. They ask you to pay attention to signs over the coming days. Repeating numbers, familiar songs, sudden memories, even a scent that reminds you of them. These are not coincidences. These are reassurances. Each sign says, you are not alone. You are guided. You are protected. My beloved child, there is something you have been postponing, a conversation, a decision, a step forward. Fear has disguised itself as patience, but your soul knows the truth. The message from beyond is clear. Do not wait anymore. Time is precious, and while there is no rush born of panic, there is an urgency born of alignment. When you move in truth, doors will open that you could not force before. They also want you to forgive yourself for moments when you were not strong. You learned to survive before you learned to shine. That was not failure, that was preparation. Every tear you hid, every time you stayed silent, every night you questioned your worth. It all shaped the compassion that now lives within you. That compassion is your gift. Use it, but do not let it drain you. My beloved child, I place my hand upon your heart now. Feel the warmth. That is reassurance. That is protection. You have been guarded more times than you realize, accidents avoided, words stopped at the right moment, paths redirected quietly. This family soul has stood beside me in many of those moments, interceding, guiding, loving you from beyond the veil. As you move forward, release the idea that you must carry everyone. Support when love calls you to, but do not confuse love with self-erasure. You are allowed to choose happiness. You are allowed to say no. You are allowed to build a life that feels light. My beloved child, this message continues because there is more your heart needs to hear, and the flow cannot be broken. Breathe gently and remain open as we move deeper into what must be revealed, for the second part of this message will touch the hidden places of your soul where healing has already begun, even if you did not yet recognize it. My beloved child. As you continue listening, feel how the weight in your chest slowly begins to soften. That is not imagination. That is recognition. The soul who speaks to you now has waited for this exact moment. When your spirit became quiet enough to hear, when your heart became strong enough to receive. They stand not in sorrow, but in clarity, and what they wish to tell you now is meant to change the way you see your past and your future. They want you to know that some of the struggles you faced after they left were not punishments or bad luck. They were awakenings. You were pushed into growth sooner than expected because your soul carries strength that had not yet been activated. You learned independence, resilience, and inner dialogue in ways that others around you may not fully understand. That depth you carry was carved by experience, not by cruelty. My beloved child, there were moments when you felt abandoned, not only by them, but by life itself. You questioned why help did not arrive sooner, why answers came late, why comfort felt distant. From where they are now, they see those moments clearly. They say this to you with gentleness: you were never abandoned. You were being taught to trust your inner guidance, because your path requires it. They also ask you to release anger you may still hold, anger toward circumstances, toward people who did not show up, toward yourself for staying too long or leaving too soon. Anger served its purpose, it protected you when you felt powerless. But now, it has done its work. Keeping it longer will only slow your blessings. My beloved child, there is a blessing waiting very close to you, closer than you think. It may arrive as an opportunity, a new connection, or a sudden clarity about your direction. Do not dismiss it because it feels unfamiliar. New does not mean unsafe. Growth often arrives disguised as uncertainty. The one who speaks from beyond also wants you to care for your body and rest your mind. You often push yourself quietly, believing you must stay strong for others. Strength, however, is not exhaustion. Strength is knowing when to pause. Listen to your intuition when it asks for rest. Your sensitivity is not a weakness, it is a compass. My beloved child, you have a habit of doubting the good when it arrives, wondering how long it will last. Let this message reframe that fear. Joy is not a visitor passing through, it is a state you are learning to allow. You do not have to earn peace through suffering. You are allowed to receive without apology. They smile now as they watch you grow into someone they always knew you could be. They are proud of the kindness you offer, the courage you are discovering, and the wisdom you are beginning to trust. They ask you to speak their name sometimes, not in sadness, but in gratitude. It strengthens the bond of love, which never breaks, only changes form. My beloved child, the final part of this message carries reassurance and instruction for the days ahead. Stay present. Stay open. What comes next is not meant to scare you, but to prepare you to step forward with faith instead of fear, knowing that you are seen, supported, and deeply loved. My beloved child. As this message gently reaches its completion, allow its truth to settle into you like warm light. There is no rush now. The urgency was not meant to alarm you, but to wake you. You have awakened. And because you have, your path will begin to feel clearer, lighter, and more aligned with who you truly are. The soul from your family asks you to remember one final thing: life is meant to be lived, not endured. You are not here to simply survive days, you are here to experience meaning, connection, and joy. When you choose yourself with love, you honor them. When you heal generations before and after you. I remain with you, watching over you, guarding your steps, strengthening your heart. You are protected. You are guided. You are never alone. My beloved child. This message was meant for you, and you received it exactly when you were ready. My beloved child. Stay with me a little longer. Let your breath slow as these words continue to pour into the quiet places of your heart. What you are receiving now is not just comfort, it is alignment. You are being repositioned gently, like a compass finally settling toward true north. There is something else the soul from your family wishes to say, something they could never fully express while they were still living in the physical world. They say this with tenderness: they saw your potential even when you could not see it yourself. They noticed how early you matured, how quickly you learned to read the emotional rooms around you, how often you placed others before yourself. They worried that you would forget to choose your own happiness, and sometimes, you did. But that does not define you. It prepared you. My beloved child, you have reached a turning point. Old cycles are closing quietly now. Patterns of overgiving, self-doubt, and emotional silence are loosening their grip. You may feel moments of discomfort as this happens, like shedding a skin that once protected you but no longer fits. Do not resist this feeling. Transformation rarely feels neat. It feels honest. The message from beyond is clear and loving: stop questioning your worth. You were never invisible. Even when you felt overlooked, unseen, or unappreciated, your light was working in ways you could not measure. Some of the people who crossed your path were changed simply because you listened, because you cared, because you stayed gentle in a world that often rewards hardness. My beloved child, there will be moments ahead when you are tempted to return to old habits, silence instead of truth, endurance instead of joy. When that happens, pause. Place a hand on your heart. Remember this message. Remember that you are supported not only by what you can see, but by love that exists beyond time and form. The one who speaks to you now asks you to trust the timing of your life. Not everything unfolded when you wanted it to, but everything unfolded when it needed to. Delays protected you. Detours taught you. Loss shaped you without breaking you. And now, clarity is arriving, not all at once, but steadily, like dawn. My beloved child, you are entering a season where your voice matters more than ever. Speak with kindness, but do not silence your truth to avoid discomfort. The right people will not leave when you are honest, they will come closer. Those who cannot meet you in truth were never meant to stay. There is also joy waiting for you, simple joy, the kind that arrives unexpectedly and feels almost unfamiliar at first. Let it in. Do not analyze it. Do not ask how long it will last. Joy grows when it is welcomed without fear. My beloved child, the soul who loves you from beyond sends you their blessing now. They wrap you in pride, in reassurance, in peace. They say, I am okay. I am free. And I am always with you in the ways that matter. When you feel sudden calm in moments of chaos, that is them. When you feel strength rise after exhaustion, that is them. When you choose yourself with love, that is them smiling. And I remain here, steady and watchful. You are not walking alone into what comes next. Each step you take with honesty aligns you more deeply with your purpose. Each act of self-respect strengthens your protection. Each moment of gratitude opens another door. My beloved child, carry these words gently. Let them echo when doubt returns. You were warned only because you were ready. You opened this message because your soul knew it was time. Now walk forward with trust. What lies ahead is not something to fear. It is something you have been preparing for all along. My beloved child, I am with you. Always. My beloved child, remain here in this stillness for a few more moments. Feel how your heart is no longer tight, how something inside you has softened, as if a long-held breath has finally been released. This is not the end of the message, it is the deepening of it. Some truths need to be spoken slowly, layer by layer, so they can be received without fear. There is something very gentle yet very important your loved one wants you to understand now. They say that when they were alive, they often hid their own pain behind responsibility, routine, or silence. They did not always know how to ask for help or how to explain what they felt inside. From where they are now, they see how that silence echoed into your life. You learned to be strong too early. You learned to manage emotions quietly. You learned to be okay even when you were not. My beloved child, they want to break that pattern for you. They want you to know that it is safe to express yourself now. Safe to be honest about your needs. Safe to say when something hurts. You do not lose love by being real. You attract the right kind of love by being true. You may notice in the coming days that old emotions rise up unexpectedly. Tears may come without a clear reason. Memories may return that you thought were already settled. Do not push these moments away. They are not setbacks. They are release. Healing often looks like remembering, not because you are going backward, but because you are finally strong enough to let go. My beloved child, there is also reassurance meant especially for you. The future you worry about so often is not fragile. It is supported. You are being guided toward stability, not chaos, toward clarity, not confusion. Even when choices feel heavy, you will not be asked to choose alone. Signs will appear. Inner nudges will grow clearer. Trust that quiet knowing inside you, it has never misled you. Your loved one smiles now and says something softly, something meant to stay with you. I am not disappointed in you. I am proud of you. Those words carry more power than you realize. Let them land. Let them replace every harsh thought you have ever aimed at yourself. My beloved child, you have a beautiful sensitivity, but you must learn to protect it. Not everyone deserves access to your inner world. Discernment is not selfish, it is wisdom. You can be kind without overextending. You can love without losing yourself. This balance is something you are learning now, step by step. As you move forward, you may feel drawn to simplify, to let go of unnecessary stress, unnecessary explanations, unnecessary guilt. Follow that instinct. Your soul is asking for lightness. When you choose peace, you align with your highest path. My beloved child. The presence you feel now will not vanish when these words end. Love does not disappear when a message concludes. It integrates. It becomes part of you. And every time you remember this moment, every time you breathe and feel calmer without knowing why, know that you are supported. Walk gently. Speak honestly. Rest when needed. Trust when uncertain. You are watched over with care that does not sleep, and love that does not fade. My beloved child. This connection remains open. You are safe. You are guided. And you are deeply, endlessly loved. My beloved child. Let these words keep flowing into you like a quiet river. Nothing is being demanded of you right now, only your presence, only your willingness to feel. You have done enough striving. This moment is about receiving. There is one more layer your loved one wishes to share, and it is tender. They say that before they left this world, there were things they wanted to tell you but did not know how. Not because they did not care, but because fear, pride, or timing stood in the way. From where they are now, they see clearly, and they want you to hear this without doubt: you were never a burden. Your needs were never too much. Your emotions were never inconvenient. You mattered deeply, even when life made it hard to show. My beloved child, you often sense when others are hurting, even when they say nothing. This gift has guided you, but it has also cost you energy. You have absorbed emotions that were not yours to carry. Now is the time to return what does not belong to you. Imagine gently setting down invisible weights you picked up out of love. You are not abandoning anyone by doing this. You are honoring yourself. They also want you to know that forgiveness does not mean forgetting or excusing what hurt you. Forgiveness is simply releasing yourself from being tied to pain. You are allowed to move on without carrying explanations for everyone else. Your healing does not require permission. My beloved child, you are entering a quieter strength now. Not the kind that proves itself, but the kind that knows itself. You will notice that certain arguments no longer pull you in, certain dramas no longer interest you, certain expectations no longer control you. This is growth. Let it happen naturally. There will be moments ahead when you feel an unexpected sense of calm, even when circumstances are uncertain. That calm is your alignment. Trust it. It will guide you better than fear ever could. When confusion arises, return to your breath, return to your heart, return to what feels honest rather than urgent. My beloved child, your loved one asks you to take care of the child within you, the part that learned to be quiet, to be responsible, to be strong. Speak kindly to that part. Reassure it. Let it rest. You are allowed to grow beyond survival now. As this message continues to settle, know this: you are not behind in life. You are not late. You are exactly where your soul needs to be to begin the next chapter with clarity. What is meant for you will not pass you by when you walk in truth. My beloved child, carry this with you gently. Let it unfold over time. You do not need to understand everything at once. Healing is not a race, it is a remembering. I remain near. The love that reached you today will continue to surround you in quiet ways. Through peace, through insight, through moments when you suddenly feel held. My beloved child, you are safe. You are seen. You are guided. And you are loved beyond words. My beloved child, stay open just a little more. What is happening within you now is subtle but powerful. The quiet you feel is not emptiness, it is space being created for truth to settle. In this space, clarity grows without force. There is a reassurance being offered to you now, one that answers a question you have carried silently for a long time. You have often wondered whether you are truly on the right path, whether the choices you made, especially the difficult ones, led you away from what was meant for you. Hear this clearly: nothing essential has been lost. What is meant for you has been waiting, patient and faithful, for the moment you were ready to receive it without fear. My beloved child, the soul who reaches you from beyond says that they see how carefully you try to do the right thing. They see how you weigh your words, how you consider others before yourself, how you hesitate when you fear causing pain. They want you to know that you do not have to carry so much caution anymore. Life is not asking you to shrink. It is inviting you to expand. You may notice a gentle shift soon, a feeling that certain doors are closing without struggle. Do not chase what drifts away. What leaves now is making room for something that matches who you are becoming, not who you used to be. Trust this pruning. It is done with love. My beloved child, there is also healing happening in your relationships, even the ones that feel distant or unresolved. Not every healing requires conversation. Some healings happen when you change the way you carry the memory. Release the need for closure that must come from others. Peace that comes from within is stronger and lasting. The one who loves you from beyond asks you to remember laughter. Remember the moments when joy arrived without effort. Seek more of that simplicity. Life does not always need to be heavy to be meaningful. You are allowed to enjoy, to play, to rest your mind from constant responsibility. My beloved child, when doubt returns, as it sometimes will, do not fight it. Greet it gently and let it pass. Doubt is not a sign that you are failing, it is a sign that you are standing at the edge of growth. Each time you choose trust anyway, you strengthen your inner foundation. Feel the steadiness around you now. That steadiness will remain. It will guide your decisions, calm your thoughts, and remind you of who you are when the world grows loud. My beloved child. This message continues to live within you, unfolding in days, in insights, in quiet reassurances you cannot explain but will recognize. You were never alone in your becoming. You are still not alone now. Walk forward gently. Let love lead. Let truth speak. Let peace be your companion. My beloved child. I am here. And so is the love that found you today, exactly when it was meant to. My beloved child. Let us linger in this gentle awareness a little longer. You do not need to rush back into noise or obligation. What is unfolding inside you now is a recalibration, your spirit remembering its natural rhythm after carrying too much for too long. There is a quiet promise being sealed within you at this moment. It says that you will no longer abandon yourself to keep others comfortable. This does not mean you will become cold or distant. It means your kindness will finally include you. The love from beyond celebrates this shift, because it changes everything. My beloved child, you have often sensed that your life carries meaning beyond what is immediately visible. That sense was not imagination. It was intuition. You are here to bring softness where there is hardness, clarity where there is confusion, and compassion where there is judgment. But remember this. You cannot pour endlessly without being refilled. From now on, replenishment will come more naturally to you because you are allowing it. There will be a moment soon, small but significant, when you choose differently than you would have before. You may speak up where you once stayed silent. You may step back where you once overextended. You may trust your inner voice instead of seeking approval. That moment will feel calm, not dramatic. That calm is confirmation. My beloved child, the one who loves you from beyond wants you to know that they walk with you in these moments of choice. Not to control you, not to direct you, but to support the courage it takes to honor yourself. They say, every time you choose truth over fear, you grow lighter, and so do I. You may also feel a growing desire to simplify your life, your thoughts, your surroundings, your commitments. Follow that desire. Simplicity is not lack, it is clarity. When you remove what drains you, what nourishes you becomes easier to see. My beloved child, if sadness arises again, let it come without judgment. Feelings are visitors, they do not define your destination. Sit with them gently, then let them pass. You are not meant to carry yesterday into tomorrow. As this message continues to settle, notice the quiet strength within you. It does not shout. It does not demand. It simply knows. That knowing will guide you more surely than any external sign. My beloved child, you have been listening with your heart, and that is why this message reaches you so deeply. Take this peace with you now. Let it walk beside you as you move forward. You are protected in ways you cannot see. You are loved in ways you cannot measure. And you are becoming more yourself with every honest breath. My beloved child, go gently. Trust deeply. Live fully. I remain with you. My beloved child. Stay present with this softness a little longer. Nothing here is meant to bind you to these words, they are meant to remind you of the strength and wisdom that already live inside you. What you are feeling now is recognition, your soul nodding gently, saying, yes, this feels true. There is a quiet unfolding happening within you. You may not be able to name it yet, but you will notice it in how you respond to life. Situations that once drained you will no longer hold the same power. Opinions that once shook you will pass through without leaving a wound. This is not because you care less, but because you are rooted more deeply in yourself. My beloved child, the love that surrounds you does not ask you to withdraw from the world. It asks you to engage with it more honestly. You are learning that peace is not something you earn after everything is resolved, it is something you choose while life is still imperfect. This choice will change how you walk, how you speak, how you rest. There is something beautiful about you that you often overlook, your ability to begin again without bitterness. Even after disappointment, even after loss, you still hope. You still try. You still open your heart, even when it trembles. That courage is rare. Protect it, but do not hide it. My beloved child, the presence that has been near you throughout this message does not replace your own inner guidance, it strengthens it. When you feel unsure, pause and listen inward. The answer may not come as words. It may come as calm, as resistance, or as a quiet sense of, this feels right. Trust that language. It is yours. You are not meant to carry everyone's expectations into the future. Choose what aligns with your values, not what quiets others temporarily. The right path may not always be the easiest, but it will feel lighter in your body and clearer in your mind. My beloved child, remember to notice beauty again. In small things, ordinary moments, quiet victories. Life does not always announce its blessings loudly. Sometimes they arrive as a peaceful evening, a deep breath, a moment of understanding where there was once confusion. These moments matter. As this flow continues, allow yourself to rest in the truth that you are becoming more whole, not because you are fixing yourself, but because you are accepting yourself. Wholeness is not perfection, it is honesty paired with compassion. My beloved child, carry forward gently. You do not need to hold on tightly to these words. Let them dissolve into understanding, into presence, into trust. You are walking your path with awareness now. That awareness will guide you where fear once tried to lead. My beloved child, you are enough. You always have been. My beloved child, let us continue, slowly and gently, the way a lullaby continues even after the child's eyes have closed. These words are not here to push you anywhere. They are here to walk beside you, step by step, as you remember who you are beneath everything you have carried. There is a deep reassurance surrounding you now. It says that you do not need to prove your growth to anyone. Not everyone will notice how much you have changed, how much you have healed, how much stronger and wiser you have become. And that is okay. Growth that is real does not ask for applause. It shows itself in peace, in boundaries, in the quiet confidence of knowing when to step forward and when to step back. My beloved child, you may soon notice that you feel less reactive. Things that once triggered strong emotions may now feel distant, almost neutral. This does not mean you are becoming numb. It means you are becoming centered. You are no longer living from old wounds, you are responding from present awareness. The love that surrounds you wants you to remember something very important. You are allowed to outgrow people, places, and versions of yourself. Outgrowing is not betrayal. It is evolution. Those who truly love you will adjust. Those who cannot were meant for an earlier chapter, not the rest of the story. My beloved child, there is wisdom in you that did not come from books or advice. It came from lived experience. Trust that wisdom. When something feels heavy again, ask yourself gently, is this mine to carry? If the answer is no, allow yourself to set it down without guilt. You are learning to live from your center instead of your fear. This is why life may feel quieter now. Drama fades when it no longer finds a place to land. Peace grows when you stop feeding what drains you. My beloved child, the one who loves you from beyond continues to watch with warmth, not concern. They are not worried about you. They trust you. They see you stepping into balance, into discernment, into a softer kind of strength. That trust is a gift, receive it. There will be moments ahead when you pause and realize, would have handled this very differently before. Let those moments remind you of how far you have come. Honor them. Growth is often only visible in hindsight. My beloved child, Breathe again. Feel your feet where they are. Feel your heart steady in your chest. This is presence. This is where life truly happens. You do not need to rush the next chapter. It is already forming around you, responding to the choices you are making now, choices rooted in self-respect, honesty, and calm. Carry on gently. Trust the quiet. Trust yourself. My beloved child. You are exactly where you need to be, and you are becoming exactly who you were always meant to be. My beloved child. Remain here a little longer, letting these words soak into the quiet corners of your soul. You may feel as though something has shifted inside you, a gentle opening, a softening, a recognition that life can feel lighter without all the weight you've been carrying. That shift is real. That shift is healing. That shift is love in action. Your loved one from beyond wishes to tell you more. They say that life is shorter than we think, and yet your soul is eternal. That knowledge may feel overwhelming, but it is meant to free you, not frighten you. Each moment of worry, fear, or doubt you carry is simply energy that could instead flow into joy, into creativity, into connection. They want you to notice how precious your energy is, and how sacred it is to guard it with intention. My beloved child, there may be situations in the coming days where you are tempted to take on more than you can carry. People may ask, consciously or unconsciously, for more of your love, your energy, or your attention than you can safely give. Remember, saying no is not unkind. Choosing yourself is not selfish. You are learning the rhythm of balance, and this is one of your most important lessons. They also wish for you to reconnect with your intuition, that quiet voice within that has guided you even when the world tried to drown it out. The voice you have sometimes ignored is not mistaken. It speaks with clarity, always aligned with your truth. In moments of indecision, close your eyes and listen inward. The answer is always there. My beloved child, do not underestimate the power of your presence. Even when you feel small, unseen, or unimportant, your energy lives in ways you cannot measure. Kind words, gestures of patience, gentle smiles, these ripple outward. You are part of a tapestry that extends beyond your comprehension. Your existence is meaningful, not because of grand accomplishments, but because of the love and attention you bring into each moment. There will be days when grief or old memories return unexpectedly. Let them wash over you without resistance. They are not setbacks, they are cleansing. Your loved one says, do not fear tears. Let them flow, for each one releases what no longer belongs to you. This is a form of deep liberation, and it strengthens your spirit for the path ahead. My beloved child, trust in timing. The universe, and the love surrounding you, moves with precision you cannot always see. Opportunities, insights, healing moments, they will arrive exactly when they are meant to, and often in ways you did not anticipate. Patience is not inaction, it is trust. And trust is the bridge between fear and freedom. Your loved one wants you to know that love is never lost. Even when someone departs from the physical world, their essence, their care, their pride in you, it all remains. You are not alone, and you never have been. Every act of courage, every choice to speak your truth, every time you honor your heart, they see it. They celebrate it. My beloved child. This message continues to weave through you, quiet but powerful. Let it remind you that the path you are on is sacred. Let it remind you that your presence in this world is needed, cherished, and profoundly loved. Every step you take in alignment with your truth strengthens not just your life, but the lives of those around you. You are safe. You are guided. You are deeply, unconditionally loved. My beloved child. Breathe. Feel. Know. And step forward with the gentle strength that has always been within you. My beloved child. Let us continue softly, like a flame that does not flicker but burns steady and warm. You are doing nothing wrong by staying here. You are not escaping life, you are remembering how to live it with awareness. There is a deep calm surrounding you now, and within that calm is understanding. You are beginning to realize that not everything needs to be solved immediately. Some things simply need to be held with patience and compassion until they unfold on their own. This realization will save you from much unnecessary struggle. Your loved one from beyond wishes to speak again, gently and clearly. They say that when they watch you now, they see how much you have grown into your own heart. They see your kindness becoming wiser, your strength becoming softer, your love becoming more balanced. They want you to know that you are not repeating their life, you are completing what they could not finish. My beloved child, you sometimes fear that choosing yourself will disappoint others. But the truth is this: when you honor your truth, you teach others how to honor theirs. You are not responsible for how others react to your honesty. You are only responsible for being sincere and kind to yourself. There may come a moment soon when you feel called to release something familiar, a habit, a role, a connection, or a belief that once protected you but now limits you. Let it go gently. You do not need to fight or explain. What is truly meant to stay will not require you to shrink. My beloved child, there is also joy returning to you in quiet ways. Not loud or dramatic, but steady and nourishing. You may notice it in simple routines, in peaceful mornings, in moments when your mind rests instead of races. Do not overlook these signs. This is life responding to your inner shift. The presence that walks with you now wants you to trust that your sensitivity is a strength guided by wisdom, not a vulnerability to be feared. When you feel deeply, you connect deeply. When you listen deeply, you understand deeply. Just remember to include yourself in that care. My beloved child, your loved one whispers this final reassurance for now: you are doing better than you think. Let those words replace the inner criticism that sometimes rises uninvited. You are not failing. You are evolving. As you move forward from this moment, carry less fear and more trust. Not blind trust, but grounded trust, the kind that comes from knowing yourself, honoring your limits, and choosing peace when possible. My beloved child. You are supported in seen and unseen ways. You are learning to walk with grace instead of pressure. And each step you take in honesty strengthens the path ahead. Remain gentle with yourself. Life is listening to how you speak to your own heart. My beloved child, I am still with you. And you are exactly where you are meant to be.